Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation for a very special Spirits review. I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast coward. You can, of course, find me at K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, X as well, depending on your political persuasion. Folks, we are here to review Knob Creek 18 year, and I am joined here by my indomitable broadcast partner, the one, the only,
the 16-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Champion, quadruple still, non-Jill filtered, your blend master of ceremonies himself. Find me at Linktree/Tony the Rod for all my podcasting and social media presences. And we are here for a barely legal review in Knob Creek 18 year. Oklahoma.
Yeah, I was
Oklahoma.
Where the wind blows gently down the lane.
Oklahoma. I don't have any preconceived notions about this Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey that's aged 18 years.
Well,
and is also 100 proof on the nose.
Now, this might have something to do with when we drank Knob Creek 15 year, it was the oakiest oak bomb and all oakiness that ever oaked in all the history of all oak things.
Yeah, you know, there's 9 year that's not bad. It's okay.
There's 12 year this.
Then there's 12 year that's like just perfect. Then they had 15 year, which is like, stop. You had it. You had it with 12. So then they're like, oh yeah, we can't make 15 anymore. Okay, that's fine. We'll make it 18. Oh, so extra oak. So it's like quadruple oak. All right. That's a lot.
So we have some preconceived notions as to what to expect with Knob 18, but it is good stuff in its essence. It is? Well, Knob 12 is amazing.
Knob 12 is amazing.
But let's see how this Knob 18 hits the nose. Okay, it's not just oak.
It's a lot of oak.
There's going to be some oak there.
It's you think?
Not just.
A little vanilla. And more oak. I bet the longer we let it here and smell it, the oakier it's going to get. Yeah, it's still pretty oaky.
Get a hint of some sweet cinnamon and a bit of caramel.
Vanilla oak.
Yeah, there's some vanilla oak. And then there's some sweet oak.
There's some vanilla.
There's some caramel oak.
I think that's also vanilla.
Some cinnamon oak.
It's also the vanilla.
And then there's some oak.
There's a lot of oak.
Well.
Yep, I'm ready.
Slanjava. I think I'm looking forward to this a little more than T is.
Fingers crossed.
May I?
By all means, Phil.
It's like chewing on oak.
Who could have foreseen this?
Who could have possibly foreseen this?
How long have you been holding on to this bottle there, Phil?
Since December.
So, like 4 months. Okay, 4.5 months. And you,
now in my defense,
you're pretty proud of that bottle
I was storing it in a wooden cabinet. So maybe that...
So you remember how I was like, oh, that's nice, you got that. And you're like, oh, it's going to be great.
You're like, no.
Like it's going to be oak.
There are some other flavors there, but they quite quickly get drowned out by...
like oak.
Yeah.
There is a nice vanilla start.
But it gets drowned out by the...
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm sipping this nice vanilla, and there's the oak. It's like, you ever seen The Never Ending Story 3? No, you haven't. Don't lie. You're a fucking liar. Only I have seen that piece of shit. Me and Jack Black, because he was in it. There's a tree character who's a tree. Okay? It's like if I was like, chewing on some vanilla bark, like the cooking vanilla, like those things, the shit you melt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's like, oh, this is really nice. And then that tree fucking monster goes, ah, here's my arm in your mouth. That's what drinking this is like. A fucking sea-level movie that not even a young Jack Black could save.
Wasn't he one of the baddies?
Yes, he was.
Oh my God!
Okay, Phil saw it too. I owned that movie on VHS at one time. So it's honestly, it's probably better than the Knob 15. I will say that.
Because it's just
It is
honest.
sweeter.
Because it's honest with what it's trying to be.
Yeah, it's
An
much
oak
sweeter.
Bomb. If you love oak, this is for you.
This is
Okay. So yeah, there is some sweetness here, but now, Tony, we now get to the very interesting part.
All right.
The grading. For those who don't know, we grade on a 5-star scale. 5 meaning you have to have this before you shuffle off this mortal coil. 0 meaning pass it on by. The K.O.E Nation has advised you well. So we are going to grade this on a 5-star scale of oak. Then we're going to grade it.
7.
Okay, fair enough. Then we're going to grade it as a bourbon,
Jesus.
as a whiskey, as a cask-aged spirit. It's shelving. And for those new to the show, the Secret 6 question. So, Tony, as oak.
7.
This is oak water.
Yep.
That's the best way to put it. This is just...
I would have given it 8, but there is some sweetness.
Yeah, I'm going to give this, 5-star oak.
Yeah,
Like, it's just
for
in terms
sure.
of just how much oak is there.
It's impressive.
Now, in terms of a bourbon.
As a bourbon?
You want to give it higher marks, don't you? But you can't.
3.
Oh, I was going to go 3.5, but
3.
because you do get vanilla, but it's just outshined by the oak.
3. Sorry, it's 3. I mean, it's good.
I'll go 3.5.
It's good.
I'll go 3.5.
It's fine. It's fine. There's nothing bad about it. It's
It's
not like it tastes terrible.
It's just a little overwhelming in spots.
Wonder what spot that would be you're referring to.
Would it be the oak?
Might be the oak.
It might be. Now,
Oak Creek 18.
in terms of whiskey,
3.
I'll agree because there's not much you do with this.
No, it's
Actually, I'd go 2.75 because there's nothing I would do with this. I like if you want to do one of those fancy smoky cocktails, you could work with this, but that's about it. And even then, that's just gimmick because unfortunately, that's kind of what this is. They're hoping to cash in on the bourbon craze, and fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, the bourbon craze is kind of in its death throes. So luckily, some bottles that we've all been wanting to get will soon be on the shelves again in the next few years. But
oh man, we forgot to barrel that Knob Creek 15. I just let it sit for another 3.
so, yeah, like, oh no, we forgot to bottle that shit. Let it sit. We'll make it 18.
Yep.
So as a cask aged spirit,
I'll go 3.5 because this is the casking. They waited 18 years, very patient. And it's 100 proof. That's a nice proof. And it's very, very drinkable. Like, if you like oak, this is pretty superior shit right here. Not gonna lie. The vanilla overtones, very nice. Very pleasant. If this was like one of the only choices, I'm like, oh my god, that's like a $high bourbon, even though it's not my cup of tea, and that was what was on the shelf, I'd be like, yeah, if I can pour me that, I'll drink that all night. Because I could. It's just it's kind of boring, and it's overwhelmingly oak.
yeah, 3.5 as a cask age. Now it's shelving.
Mid. This is mid.
Yeah, it's not bottom, but it was sitting on my top shelf. This will go on my middle shelf. The 12-year will stay on the top shelf. The 18 will go in the middle.
Yeah, the 12 is fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I would just pull it off the rack as soon as it hits 12-year.
Yeah.
Bottle it, sell it, call it a day, open up your warehouse space.
Good to go.
Okay, that's proper usage of your warehouse space because your warehouse seems to hit its magic juice at the 12-year.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Simple.
Now, Tony, the secret sixth
No,
question.
I will not be seeking this out.
When this bottle runs empty, will I seek another one? This one cost me almost $200.
Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, not as much as I am.
After the snafu that was the 15, I'm surprised you even bothered.
Yeah. Like I was planning on putting this in the Splendor bracket of the Bourbon tournament. We're gonna have to rethink that.
No, by all means, put it on in, because maybe we're biased.
Okay.
I'd love to see some other opinions on this one.
Okay. Yeah, if you think I'm wrong, you think we're wrong.
Oh, there's
let
gonna be
us
plenty
know.
of people out there that think we're wrong on this one. We're not.
We're not. Sorry. Like, okay, you got to understand the difference between your opinion and our opinion is the extent that you're wrong.
Almost exclusively, if not all of it.
Every time. What are you talking about?
Consistently. It is.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you. So, no, I'm not going to seek this out again. This will be the last bottle of Knob 18 I ever own.
That's fair.
And so, folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, Jafar, he's our man. If he can't do it, great. No, sorry. Thank you for being here for the K.O.E. Nation review of Knob Creek 18. Beam Suntory, folks, God bless you. You do some amazing stuff. You just needed to pull this off the rack a little sooner. So God bless every last one of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Please like, share, subscribe right here to the K.O.E. Nation, where you will get the honest reviews. I am signing off and handing it off to my indomitable broadcast partner, the one, the only,
Tony fucking G. Thanks for coming in. It's legal, unfortunately. Catch you on the next one.